It's very early in the morning, just before dawn. We're going on an adventure. We're going to take Georgia and we're going to find a new place to moor. Just to be clear, Linda has never been in this area. So this would be a first for Linda. I've gone through this area many times in the past, but I have never stayed here. So this is all a new territory for me. So I think I know where the water is. I don't know where the next pump out is. I know where there's a shop. I know where I want to go, but I don't know if there's any mooring spaces there at all. So let's go and see if we can find out where we can moor Linda. Basically, we're going with Georgia on a recce. I've only ever transited through this area. This is the very end of the Paddington Arm, or the Paddington Canal. The canal runs from Bull's Bridge all the way into Little Venice. It was opened on the 10th of July, 1801, and is 13.5 miles long, or 22 kilometers, and no locks. Sailing Dutch barge. Nice. This was the very first fuel boat I ever did business with since I moved on to Georgia in 2014. The manager of this boat was an hilariously rude Frenchman, and I cannot remember his name. This is Bull's Bridge, the end of the line. Now we're going into the Grand Union Canal, or the Grand Junction Canal, as it was known historically. The Grand Junction Canal links the Thames down there, all the way up to Birmingham. Okay, just reversing to the water point. Took about an hour to fill up with water. Anywho, gotta get moving. Gotta find that spot. So Georgia and myself sailed towards Birmingham, and I found a nice little spot and cycled back to pick up Linda. The process of dropping the mast takes about 20 minutes and getting the boat ready to go. However, we're going to do things a little bit differently in this video. The only music that's going to play will be a 4.75 litre 6-cylinder diesel engine. This will give you a better idea of the excitement of driving Linda in a small canal. Right, I think it's going to be about an hour and a half to get where I moored Georgia.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
The good thing about being this far out west is that we can open up the taps a little bit and let the engine breathe. Maybe get rid of some of the carbon.
This is because there are going to be stretches of the canal with no boats whatsoever. Nobody waves at each other in central London, but they're starting to interact now. I learned quite a lot from the comments section, and I've been told that if I have a little bit more power over the rudder, I can steer in reverse. And it's working.
Just throwing a little bit of rubbish away, and the sun has gone in. Right, time to get out of here. It's just a straight run now. Let's go.
Very handy Tesco's supermarket there.
The next bit is quite industrial, and then we get to Hayes, where there's a sort of civilization.
These are the women who took over from the men in 1945. This is a film called Beauty and the Barge. Link in the description. This is an aqueduct over the River Brent. It is the water from the River Brent that feeds this canal. Last time I was up here, all of this was under construction. It's nice to see the area's improving. This is the Great Western Railway, built by Isambard Kingdom Brunel. This originally had 7 lines running across it, today reduced to 5. A tunnel than a bridge.
And this is Hayes. And this is a coiffeur. But next is a big long straight section until we get to West Drayton. That's where Georgia is moored up at the moment.
Nice bit of sewage there.
that I'm past Norman, I can go hell for leather.
From this point onwards, many of the bridges start getting very narrow. Because I have to fit through the bridge dead straight, to turn the boat, the back swings out and hits the encroaching foliage. In olden times, that wouldn't have been there. Ooh, look how clean the water is. You could drink that. My lawyer has just called to advise me to advise you not to drink the water.
Just lost a tire. It's just in the bridge. That was the splash. If I leave the tire there, it might float under somebody's boat and wrap around their prop, and that would be disastrous. So we're going back to get it. No. Where's it gone? Did it sink? Has it gone under the boat? Well, it looks like it must have rotated in the water and one of the holes let the air out and it's sunk right down to the bottom. Oh well, I tried. Oh dear, that's the one that's missing. Oh, we've reversed right back through. The concern I have, I want to make sure I don't scratch that on the wall. Okay, a massive clear run. Let's put down some power. Hi, how are you? So up ahead is what looks like maybe stop locks, although there's no evidence of stop locks being there. But it might have been a bridge, but it just narrows for no reason today. That one's going to be tight. I have a feeling that's going to be tight. I'm sticking it into reverse because I don't know how tight this is going to be. We're going to be fine, but how tight is it? Yeah, it's probably just ivy and quite soft, but still. No, that's rock. Proper curbstones. And then steel piling. So maybe stop locks at one point, or maybe there was a bridge. It may also have been a swing bridge that was decommissioned. Now that we pass this boat, we can get moving again. Once we get past this bridge ahead of us, we're there, I think. I don't want to sound super hopeful, but it is interesting. There isn't much wind, and yet because I've been driving the boat with 1500 revs, it does seem to be like normal. It's not smoking as much. I might be just sort of psychosomatically imagining that there's no smoke there. I mean, there is, but the white stuff isn't there. I mean, obviously the boat's up to temperature also. This is where I get my plumbing. Not where I get it, but this is where the plumbing is manufactured. That's going into Linda. I'm assuming this is where it's manufactured. But speed fit. That's what's going on the boat. got this wrong. It's the next bridge. No, it's the next corner, and then there's a bridge, and then it's Georgia. And that's West Drayton railway station, and that'll be where I'll be leaving from. So this might turn out to be a very nice mooring, because there's a very large supermarket beside me, walking distance, and the railway station is also walking distance. In where I was in Southall, it was a 23-minute walk to get to the railway station. I believe this will be about 5 minutes. Nice. The Elizabeth Line.
See the guy on the bridge? He's about to pick up his child, and he's now going to do a mock, throwing his child off the bridge onto the boat.
What? Yeah, do it! No! There's Georgia. We're not in gear, but we're slowing Linda down. It's nice and wide here, so I'm going to double moor Georgia on the outside, so there'll be a bit of boating maneuvers to get this right. But there's plenty of space. It's nice.
And then the battery died on my camera. Next week, we do some fancy woodwork. Happy New Year, landlubbers. Oh yes, guess who's back? I'm gonna burn the place down.